Hi, I'm Bruce Naylor, your FrugalTech, and we've had some people email us wanting to know about why we have a Macintosh in our small business. Some folks are under the impression that a Macintosh is a luxury computer. It's very expensive, doesn't have the software that you can run in business. So why does a company or a person who is frugal, why would they have a Macintosh? So that's a very valid question. And I thought I'd try to answer those for you today. Well, the first thing that we do is all of our computers in our business either makes us money or saves us money. Now, my Mac is a working computer, and I use it predominantly to make these videos, do the editing, working with the iMovie product. We do some other things as far as video work is concerned with it. We use Excel. One of my favorite applications is Keynote, which is part of the iWork 08 package. And I gotta tell you, in my opinion, it absolutely blows away the Microsoft PowerPoint presentation. First off, let me say that Macs can be an extremely frugal purchase for your small business. Ever since 2005 or early 2006, Apple has transitioned over to the Intel processor. And by virtue of doing that, it's opened up the Windows world to the Mac in a way it's never been possible before. Today, on a new Mac, you can set it up to dual boot into either Windows such as XP, XP Professional, or Vista using what's called Boot Camp, or you can create a virtual machine using either Parallels or the VMware Fusion product to have a virtual machine running Windows. And by using a utility in the Mac operating system called Spaces, you can literally move back and forth between Mac or Windows at the touch of a button. It's really cool technology. As far as business applications are concerned, many of the big hitters are available for Mac, including Microsoft Office. Recently, at the beginning of the year, Microsoft released Office 2008. It has Word, Excel, PowerPoint. There's not an Outlook client, but a client called Entourage. Now, Entourage works with Microsoft Exchange Server, so you can get your company email just like anybody else in a Windows machine. I'm not a big fan of Entourage because it doesn't have the ability to, it doesn't bring over categories, it doesn't sync the notes or your tasks like Outlook would. That being said, though, the rest of the suite is absolutely fantastic. I think works every bit as well as Microsoft Office for the PC. Apple has its own business software package, and it's called iWork. And iWork also has a word processing program called Pages, an Excel spreadsheet type application called Numbers, a presentation package which is called Keynote. And like I said, Keynote is awesome compared to PowerPoint. You really can get those cinema quality effects through Keynote. There's just things you can do in there just I haven't seen in PowerPoint. So that's a great application. Pages is a great way to do layouts. You can create flyers. I think it's very intuitive. Here's one of the big things is in price. A copy of Office Office Standard Edition is going to run around $399. I kind of did some shopping on the web and I found it for that price. That's for the full licensed version. The iWork product, which is very similar to Office in many, many ways, is $79. And if you have what's called a family pack, which is up to 5 different computers, then it's only it's $99. So that's a real amazing value. Another thing to keep in consideration is operating systems. Right now, Microsoft has 6 different versions of Vista on the market, ranging from around $80 to $300+ for the Vista Ultimate Edition. With Apple, there's only one version, the equivalent of Vista Ultimate or OS X Leopard. Only one to pick from, and that operating system sells for $129. Very, very frugal. Another thing that comes with the Mac that we use quite a lot is called Ilife. And in Ilife, that's the iTunes, iMovie, iDVD, GarageBand is all built into one package in iPhoto that all works together very, very seamlessly. So it makes editing movies, like we can take photos, we can take music, whatever we want to do, and kind of drag and drop those excuse me, to the various Apple applications, and that's just so super used. You know, I know that there's window applications out there. You know, there's Windows Movie Maker and there's this and that, but the level of integration of these applications is beyond comparison. I don't know anybody else that even comes close. iMovie we use extensively. GarageBand we're now working with to produce podcasts, and that's all built into the Ilife suite. $79, I believe, for the Ilife suite. So that's just a phenomenal value. And finally, in the recent Worldwide Developers Conference at Apple, it was announced that Apple's now working on Snow Leopard, which is actually an update to the OS X operating system. More of a fit and finish type update, but what's important is that they're going to add native support to the Apple applications to work with Exchange. That would be the Apple iCal, which is the built-in Apple calendaring program, and Apple's Mail, the Mail client. So that will work very, very nicely with Exchange 2007. And finally, there's a lot of people now that's purchasing the Apple iPhone. They're working with iPods and so forth. And so the Apple Mac is definitely an up-and-comer into the enterprise and into small business. They're definitely one of the fastest growing brands in the marketplace, and we're starting to see more and more Apple-branded laptops out and about in schools, and we're seeing a lot of kids graduating that use nothing but Apples. So you can't go wrong, because you can use it as a Windows machine, you can use it as a Mac, you can also even run Linux on a virtual machine as well. And finally, a lot of people say, well, aren't they expensive? Well, Apple does use very high quality hardware in their systems, and you really have to compare apples to apples if you're going to go spec for spec. I'm a big fan of the Apple Store and purchasing refurbed computers. As of today, there's a 24-inch iMac with glossy screen. It's got your DVD burner, the built-in iSight webcam, the Ilife suite, all included. Normally was about $1,800, and Apple's got it marked down to $1,400. So that's a lot of computer with a big, beautiful, bright 24-inch glossy screen monitor as well. So for my money, the Mac is a working computer. It's a dual-purpose computer. I can run it as a Windows machine or an Apple machine. There's some software that simply, when you're doing marketing materials and you're making videos, there's a comfort level, there's an easy learning curve to the system. I think it's very well cost justified. It's a good machine, very, very reliable. It can save you money and make you money. You can put a Mac to work in your small business. It will run most of your popular business applications, and you'll get a lot of bang for your buck with a Mac. Can't go wrong, in my opinion. I'm Bruce Naylor, your FrugalTech, and remember, if it's in your shop and it's not making you money or saving you money, get it out of there. We'll talk to you.